If it does too, we're just gonna crush them. Let's just buy every round. Like, if they just play as they should, this should be no problem whatsoever for NIP.
Yeah, it's looking already to be pretty interesting because Ali's pushed long, so he's taken that away from Immunity. Immediate reaction from them as well.
And Immunity actually won the pistol round, which we apparently missed, so sorry about that, but it's second round here, so Immunity won the pistol round.
Nice move from Mistillo, but he doesn't somehow pick up any kills, and it's already looking quite good here for NIP. They've taken down everyone but James, and he is going to try to do what he can, but to be fair, Freiberg is pretty low for us as well, but he's playing a really smart game here, only showing his head, and he is going to take down James. So they got, this is the worst case scenario. They've been reset straight away. That's worse than losing the pistol.
Yeah, exactly, and in this game, winning the pistol, of course, is important, but you have to win the second round as well for it to like really matter. And Immunity failing to do so, doing the force buy. Maybe we will see the force buy versus force buy 7 rounds in a row now. Though I think CT does 2 is probably the hardest CT have to force buy on.
Okay, so they've actually stacked 2 players towards middle here, have Immunity. They've got 1 man in B as well, but they're playing pretty defensively. They've got the scouts working.
And NIP has long, and they have smokes. This is no way Immunity can win this. They're just gonna smoke, plant the bomb towards long, and yeah, there's nothing Immunity can do.
They can save though. That's pretty much all they can do. Just save the weapons and try to bring them into the next round. Still in a very sneaky position actually. Doesn't kill Forest. Another frag missed by him, and it's going to be quite difficult for Immunity in the following round. I mean, NIP, you reckon they're just going to stick to these SMGs in the following round? I guess if they get these kills, then yeah. They
should really try to save the scouts, but NIP, knowing they have the scouts, is strongly going to push towards them now. Awkward positions here. Imagine go down and... oh, they're actually going to manage to save them. And NIP doing like... This is a meta thing as well, which Immunity doesn't know, like... On the anti-ecos or the rounds where you know the CTs can't afford an op, you will always try to send the guy with the best spawn towards long just to take a peek, because there is no risk involved. And if you see nobody crossing to the pit on long, you know there's nobody there, so you're basically forcing the CT showing themselves on long, and they could just walk up long for people, no problem.
And it's like they might be able to get themselves all the way up long again. They've got quite a few players there. The cat push is coming in from Immunity. They've got 2 guys up middle as well. So, 1 guy, sorry, up middle. Very far forward, Ustillo. He's going to get caught by Forest, maybe. Actually, Forest with the knife out switches to the gun just in time and gets the kill. But he's quite low, and there's a second player who is lurking towards that position. It's imagined, but Freiberg is there to help out. And NIP moving together as a unit, making sure they get all the trades. And so far, it is looking fantastic. They've got everyone alive at the end of the round. 3-1 now the score, as Immunity are definitely going to be struggling on the money. AWP comes into play for Ricket, and AWP in the hands of Alu as well.
Yeah, so let's see what Ricky will be able to do here. We actually see Sniper without... Oh, there we go. I didn't think he was going to buy an armor. And let's see what kind of setup Immunity will do. Probably going to go aggressive long.
So still is going to get left in the pit for Immunity, and they have put 2 players towards middle at the moment. Well, kind of a crossfire going on. Ricky can now move towards B if he wants. But so far, not much really given away by NIP. They're playing a slower round here. We're at 1 minute 20, and they've started to take over Catwalk with just 1 player. So very slow play here from NIP. But they have all the map control they need to now make some kind of a decision. But they don't really have the info of exactly how Immunity are set up.
Yeah, and very few people on B, like Ricky playing mid with AWP late in the round. You usually see the AWPer rotating back to car in the later stages of the round. So this is a really interesting setup. If NIP go for the B split, it's an auto win basically for them. So this is really risky for Immunity to do this. Yeah, and they're gonna go A actually, so wouldn't be surprised if Immunity managed to win this round.
If Ustillo can get both kills on long, they have a really decent chance to hold this, but he's really got to come out with a play It's 1-on-2. They are looking for him. They know that a guy has to be somewhere here. He's going to get the first frag. Here we go. Oh, the jump, though. That's going to be the end of him. Get Right will actually now provide that flanking presence up long as this push comes into short. Immunity holding on fairly well at the moment. Just Alu left over the AWP, but he's going to take off the head of Ricket as he searches for Sniper. But James has his back, and it's going to be the round for Immunity. So they managed to defend against the A split in the end. So good stuff from them.
And once again, super risky play from Immunity, having the AWPer in CT spawn. Like, that position makes no sense, because the terrorists, like, if they go up mid, they will always smoke CT spawn. But them having 4 people towards A totally worked out there. But yeah, let's see if they continue with this weird setup.
They might be pushing Longhouse at the moment. It's indeed, and Imagine is going to walk straight into Freiburg. I wonder exactly what the idea was behind that, but they got 2 players here. Quick reinforcements. You still are getting the spray down as they are completely blinded. That's going to stop the presence of NIP into the long area, and NIP reacting quickly here. They've sent Alu up to look for a pick onto the A bomb site. They spotted Ricket. He is stuck on the bomb site behind the crates. He's got to be able to take down one player here. There it is. Looks for the shot. No connection, and he's down to 21. He's been naded so low. Quite surprised that he's actually still alive, but Immunity, they have so many bodies on this defense. Forest taking down Sniper. Ricket, though, gets the response. Alu and Exist remain. Exist trying to create a new opportunity here for his team. If he can get a pick towards B, that could open up the round for NIP.
And it looks like they're rotating back now, so it's going to be all on the B player, James.
So here comes Exist. Now he really needs to get the damage done. Alu is really low on health. Here he goes, finds James. Had too many angles to cover, it would seem, as now they're going to get the bomb down. 2-on-2 retake. And Alu's got that AWP, jumps across, goes for the plant, and we have Exist setting up towards Dark. So very standard stuff here from NIP. Now can Alu get into position before he gets caught? He's just going to be playing the big box there on the site. Or on the plateau, rather. Now they're jumping in. Ali with the first shot. Takes down Ustillo. Spots the pixel of the remaining player, Ricket. And he's going to try to back away the AWP. There is not much he can do. 21 health. He's going to get out of there with the AWP, but Immunity going to get reset again after 2 heavily invested rounds.
Yeah, and once again, Immunity playing so risky. I mean, Exist just walked out in middle. I mean, sure, Immunity only had 3 people left, but you could easily just have one guy on A just standing in an angle where you can just scout middle. You can just see if they cross towards B, because all the guy on B needs is the information. Okay, they have crossed, they can come from middle, but Exist just walking behind him and getting a free kill.
And losing the money control is such a big deal here, as we're going to see just the off save from Ricket and the rest of his team complete eco, just a couple PT50s, and that's it. So NIP, if they get some clean rounds going for themselves, they might even be confident to start testing how the double up would play. But then again, if they feel like the faster pace works, they can easily just stick with the AKs. It really is definitely how they interpret what's the most efficient way to play the situation. And Freiburg's going to open up middle with the AK, and they are sticking together, so playing it by the book, anti-eco.
Yeah, and this should be this round for NIP. Maybe they will lose 1 or 2 players now. And let's see if NIP will plant right away, or they will just wait with the plant so they can try to find out where the op is before they plant it, because of course you will add or make it 35 seconds left of the round as soon as you plant.
That's really awesome as well. They're doing exactly that. They're so far pushed forwards before the bomb has been planted, giving them all that time to scout out the AWP player. And look at this, they're just swarming the map here. It's full on hunt mode for Ricket, and he's over at T-spawn, as we can see. Now, is he going to be able to get any damage done here? I mean, if he can take down like 3 or 4 players, I mean, can happen when they're charging towards you, but he doesn't get even 1. So Immunity now, another eco, and that should allow NIP to go 6-2. And now they've got the double up in play, Forest and Alu.
Yeah, this is really, really rough for our Immunity. I mean, I think they would just be better off if they just went for a standard setup as CT instead of taking this like big risks, like every single weapon round. And like that, what is he doing? He's just running out mid completely alone. There's nobody there to cover him. Like, you can at least try to do a stack on the eco round.
Some kind of T-play setup.
Yeah, exactly.
Give you the advantage to win a fight. Well, they are slowly going to go down one by one. Of course, the round will be a little bit slower for NIP having those 2 AWPs in play, especially considering they're against pistols. So you have to take extra care, but they're making the move that makes the most sense. Just getting up long, less angles to worry about. You can use the AWP on those really long ranges very easily. So NIP with a standard play, with a standard finish in this round. Get right is just going to be able to Ricket. There goes Imagine as well. And the bomb will be planted. So not much the Immunity can do here. Now, what would you like to see come out from Immunity in their buy round? Because they know now they're up against double AWP. How should they respond?
I would go for maybe the Opera can take a peek in middle in the beginning, but then as soon as they smoke the mid door, so he feels like he can't get anything more done, he should just rotate back to car, then play 2 defensive in the B site and just go for the retake on A if they push short, and just try to have 2 people on long. You don't want to give up long for NIP, because NIP will take long, and it will take long later in the round as well. We saw one with the previous rounds where they went out when there was 40 seconds left, 2 people. Where we saw he did that, the awkward jump towards the pit, and yeah, leaving 2 people at long late in the round, I think, will be the key.
What do you think one of the harder things to deal with playing against NIP is?
Well, one of the hardest things is you can play it right, but NIP is so good in this 3v3, 3v4, and they can play with a disadvantage, only have 3 people left, and they always make good decisions late round, and I think that's probably one of the hardest things about playing versus NIP, because you can get on 1 or 2 entry frags and still lose the round.
And Immunity, they went for a very forward presence at the start of the round. They got these 2 players on catwalk. They were peeking middle. They had the flash over the top. And NIP, they've moved into B. They know it's up for grabs. They know it's for free. And they're taking it as such. And Ali's just going to pick up the bomb here. But the trade's actually not going too horrendously for Immunity. They did actually manage to find with their mid-aggression some damage. But the problem is that they're still disadvantaged. 3 on 3 with the smokes down. They have to go for a retake. They just invested everything as well. So NIP looking good at the moment to close out this round. Unless an Immunity, with the limited grenades they have, they can work their way in, but Exist is going to eliminate the threat into Dark. Now that's really crucial here, because if they can kill the time in the front of the site, then Immunity have to then play that awkward Dark situation. That's not even going to be a factor here. They're going to go for the save.
Yeah, they really need to save the weapons right now, and they shouldn't even buy next round, even if they can buy 5 M4s, because I think they really need those ops. And I really would like them to play a bit more defensively, put that op onto car, and what you're doing then is basically forcing NIP to have either just walk out short and just get killed by the op, or have a set execution round for a B split or an A split, which I would say is the weakest part about NIP. They don't have those sick smoke executions maybe like other teams.
Now this could be an edge if James could get a frag with the AWP early into the round, but nothing's going to happen. They got that 3-man standard push towards long at the start here on the CT side, have Immunity. And they've left Yusilo over there once again. I believe it is Yusilo. Or is it actually Ricket? Or actually it will be Imagine, sorry, who is up close there on the long doors. He's going to be able to pick up Get Right. So early edge found by Immunity, and NIP now need to figure out what the best approach is.
And they actually have 1 AWP in B, I think, so still very risky play, and 1 guy in C to spawn. They really are expecting NIP to keep pushing this A bomb site.
Interestingly, one thing that Fnatic used to abuse was how NIP back in the Katowice days used to just always push middle in situations like this. It was very likely for them to do that, but we can see that they have now worked out that was exploited and now are mixing things up. They go for that short play. It's going to be a trade immediately as they wake their way up. And problems though is that they are down a man. Who's still over there with the vision over the smoke thanks to the crate. It's going to be able to pick up Freiburg. The bomb is now down on the site. Alu's left to clutch it with this AWP close range. He still is going to eliminate him, and Forrest so far away from the bomb. Gets tagged. Forrest wants this kill here. He can at least go out with a bang and take a lot of, or hopefully make it more of an investment for Immunity. And considering their money situation, that then puts NIP in this spot where if they win this next round, then Immunity will be in a lot of trouble. But I see that's James there For you that don't know the players, this is Immunity James on the camera.
Yeah, and I like the decision there for James to just rotate back into B. He knew that he shouldn't give up that AWP. They really, really need that AWP. And they have double AWP now.
It's going to be interesting to see if they can make this work. So it's going to be James and Ricker AWPing it, and not Sniper as I would have anticipated. Ricker's actually alone. Oh no, Sniper's there with him. Here onto the B plat. There's the first man spotted. Forest with that AK, very brave stuff. Probably didn't expect the AWP. They were probably just thinking, okay, they're just running single AWP setup. And instead, Ricker's going to put the surprise and get the early kill. Trade coming in, though, as Freiburg entries into middle. Things getting a little bit scary right now here for Immunity, as Freiburg puts so much pressure in middle. The smoking off CT spawn. Now, Immunity trying to put in a response, but NIP looking for this split. 3 men from Dark, though. And 2 still in the site for Immunity. If they can keep this delay going, this could actually work out for them. But in, Freiburg goes perfect timing, and the frag's going the way of NIP. They have the bomb site. And now it's up to Isilo and James on the retake. Nice incendiary there, but Freiburg is going to eliminate Isilo and James alone with the AWP. And this was... Oh no, this was... That previous round was a nice round for NIP to lose, to then win this one. Oh my goodness.
And look at the money. So little money on Immunity, and... yeah. It's looking really rough for Immunity right now. And they got a good opening. And this is what I talked about earlier. You can get a good opening versus NIP. And when those trades at B happens, like NIP always get the upper hand. Like always. They traded, like they went to B. Immunity had 2 players on the site. They only managed to get 1 player, so their own was basically over there.
Well, they were playing Cardo, but Freiburg's going to check it. And they could probably predict this as well at this point there. And I mean, NIP have been showing, okay, we're playing double AWP. We basically end the round always by just going along for the A push, because it's pretty much the safest thing you can do as a team, I guess, when you've got 2 AWPs. So Immunity even had some players in place for that, but they do get taken down. They are going to force it up here. FAMAS, 3 FAMASes, and a distinctive lack of grenades. Okay, so...
Yeah, no AWP on Immunity now either.
Oh, they're going to push Dark. The bomb is there as well. If they can actually push Dark, get the bomber down straight away, then they might have a really cool situation. And there you go. Jay's going to take down the bomber, and he's going to fall back with the M4. They can't take control of the bomb. James, though, with a nice angle. Freiburg, not anticipating that push in upper Dark, kind of can't synchronize with his team, gets taken out in middle. And we've got a 3-on-3. Alu gets tagged down to 9. And Immunity looking fairly decent shape in this round, considering... He wants to go for this open challenge against Exist, but Exist will barely win it. 5 health left on him, making this very doable here for James. And Imagine, as they come in for this retake, James going to spot the first man, can't take him down quickly enough. His positioning is pretty hard to deal with. Here comes Imagine, though, on the flank. And he's got the shot, though, and that leaves it all on to James. Once again, great entry man for his team, but Exist is going to take him down 10-3, and NIP are really running away with this one.
Yeah, and NIP winning all the like 4v4, 3v3s. There's like nothing Immunity can do there. They get decent openings in the rounds, but NIP is just so confident and so comfortable with playing those situations.
Okay, so a short boost here from Immunity to maybe get a really fast timing on Catwalk, try to get a frag very soon, but Freiburg, very fast timing of his own, rushing straight down Suicide. Is going to take down James. Ustillo now trying to keep the damage going, but he can't quite get an angle on Freiburg. Freiburg just taking them down 1 at a time. Ustillo will finally get the frag, but it's small consolation at this point. 3-on-2 for NIP. Freiburg's going to make that a 3-on-1 now. There's Ricker spotted. They know where he is. It's going to be finished off by Exist. 11-3. The first half almost over now, and NIP with quite a result.
Yeah, I would say Immunity would have needed at least 9 or 10 rounds this half, and them being down 3-11.
It's pretty far away.
Yeah. It's not looking that good.
Oh, okay, I think they know what's going on here. He showed the grenade there, actually didn't throw it. Ricker, though, on Catwalk with that AWP, and James on middle. That might just be enough to catch Freiburg off guard. There it is. Ricker takes the kill onto Freiburg, and they get another early round advantage. This has happened, actually, in a lot of their rounds, but they can't quite seem to keep that advantage going. And NIP, as you said, they are so good in those mid-late round situations. that doesn't even seem to matter. They've lost 2 now, though.
Yeah, this should be a round for Immunity. I mean, I almost feel like they have to make a mistake. There's 1 minute on the clock. Yeah, James with makes it the third entry frag there for Immunity as well.
Okay, so they might be able to just pull this this 4th round together. Ustillo pushing a longhouse now. Spots Get Right, gets the immediate dink, sprays him down, and Forest is now the only one left. So spotted as well. A great shot there from him. How much more damage can he do with 4 health? They are swarming him. Just look at the mini-map here. Going to get taken out. 11-4, first half score. NIP, they just need to really win the pistol, and Immunity are pretty much, the map's pretty much over for them.
Yeah, I mean, they don't even need to win the pistol.
No, that's true.
To be honest. But like, if they win it, it's just a nail in the coffin. There's nothing Immunity can do to come back from that. But who knows? Maybe like the only scenario I can see them coming back from this is like they win the pistol rounds, they win the 3 first, then they like lose a 1v1, and then they win once again, forcing NIP to like having 5 or 6 echoes in the like first 10 rounds. That's like the only way.
Perfect situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Get Right has actually pushed lower dark, so they got some info as to what Immunity are really doing early on. But NIP have left two guys towards long at the start of the round. And Get Right's coming in with the flank, does get immediately taken down by Ricker. So again, Immunity, they look not too shabby on some of these pistol rounds. They've got a nice advantage, but we still have Exist alive in the B-bomb site, so you never know. Does spot a couple players there trying to get the fast headshot, but he cannot get it. And pretty
It's
nice
so
move.
awkward with a USB silencer.
Yeah.
When they're jumping around there with the clocks.
And when they're not facing you, the head hitbox is so awkward.
And you need like 15 bullets to kill them if you try to shoot them when they have Keldar, so you just have to go for that headshot. And NIP really should do 2 full ecos now. And they're buying P250s and a Deagle on Freiburg. This is
Freiburg
interesting.
loves the Deag. We're seeing more and more Deags, especially in the Eastern European scene. We're seeing lots of Deags lately, at least from the matches I've been casting.
Simple.
When it's in the hands of Simple, oh my god, it's ridiculous. That guy has some... he's definitely... I think he's the best dealer in the world. Like, hands down. Hands down, best dealer in the world. His deagle's ridiculous. But that guy is Simple. I mean, maybe it's not the discussion to have now, but that guy is just... his talent is ridiculous on that guy. Okay, so just standard anti-eco stuff here from Immunity. They're moving together up long here. We saw NIP take the same approach on their T-side anti-ecos, and you can see why. And interestingly, NIP hadn't... They gambled in the stack towards B in this one. And, well, they can keep the pistols alive into the following round. That's definitely an option. Get some damage done that way. But Immunity hunting them down.
Yeah, I think they think that NIP has bought like Kevlars and Scouts and stuff, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense to hunt them down on this round. With the alley just looking for a weapon here. Yeah, let's see if Immunity will make it happen, as we predicted. If they win the 3 rounds now, then lose a 1v1 and win the round after.
Yeah.
That would be like the perfect scenario for them.
And I think Thorin predicted 6 rounds for Immunity, so, well. Well, I don't know if that's I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. Not in this match at least. Okay, so Immunity still sticking with some of the SMGs to keep themselves cost efficient, and imagine actually maybe even looking just to get himself straight in there with the P90. But 3 players here for NIP could make things pretty difficult for Immunity, as they are bunched up here in the choke point. There's the first one immediately down by the P250. Doesn't know which way to look. He's still caught between 2 men, and Immunity lose both players.
Why would they go into B with only 2 players? Just trying to trade, like gain information? If you're just gonna try to gain information, you should set 1 guy with a P250 or something. Not 2 guys with AK, or maybe, no, not AKs, but SMGs.
Right. It's the logic is the wires are like crossed there. Cognitive dissonance. And we're going to see the retake coming in from NIP. And they have some SMGs here, but looks like they might be content for the exits as well. They don't have a kit, so they need to move a bit faster than this. But they did wait to just all line up, but the spray comes down, and wow, NIP actually getting both frags with the SMG. But they need the defuse to come in pretty much now because they have no kit on them. And look at them darting out of every single angle. And the defuse is coming in, but Ali needs to drop that AK to someone. Or does he? Can he make this?
He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it.
Oh, it's so close. Oh, no!
He wasn't gonna make it. That was
so close. But they lost every weapon. And that's going to make their economy fragile now. They got to go for the full rebuy, all players, and you can see how much damage that's done. None of them really have much money left.
Yeah, let's see what happens. So 7 rounds. So right now James is the correct one. And actually 2 SMGs here on Friberg Forest. And I actually like these decisions because they saved the weapons from the previous round, and they can just... Like, they just don't want to be forced to eco. They don't want to fall into that trap, which we talked about earlier, where you can get down to like $1,400 again. They just want to be able to buy as many rounds as possible.
Okay, so Immunity, they are doing the standard kind of timings here, taking over short rounds 115, 120. And it looks though like they've got a lot of bodies there, so they might even just try to push up, but they don't have long control, and they don't have anyone with presence on long. So it might just be to pressure, gain some information, waste some nades from their opponents, and they can go for that quick cat drop. But there's 2 players in B from Bananas. Sorry, it's 2 players in B from NIP, so they are going to be good against any cat drops. But it's going to be the A play. They got nobody on long. So they just got a lurker in middle, at top mid. 4 players pushing up cat here, looking for the short plant. They're going to get it, but they've lost quite a couple players so far. 4 on 3 here. NIP still with those 2 SMGs. That's going to make life a little bit interesting.
And they actually have 1 guy out still up in mid for Immunity. And he's going long. It's not even planted for long.
Ricket taking down Get Right. They don't have the grenades anymore to really smoke off or flash off the players. Playing Catwalk, Sniper coming in. Exist does take down Ricket. He's in a 1-on-1 against Sniper. Sniper's pushing forwards, and it is going to be Exist falling back with the AWP. Is Sniper going to make it out of there alive? Not okay, he will. 41 HP. But again, Immunity, they won the round, but they're losing so many players that they're actually losing money here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, NIP still has a huge opening back into this half. As soon as they win 1 round, they might even force Immunity to an eco here, and Exist even saving that op. And we see is it a full YOLO B, maybe?
No, this is interesting. Oh, he messed up the smoke. That's a really important smoke as well. But is it going to matter here? Going to spray down Exist straight away. 1 more player on the plateau. It's Forest. Only gets a single kill. That's really good news here for Immunity. As, well, Ali comes into play, picks up 1.
I actually think NIP should go for the exits here.
Yeah, I mean, they've been putting so much pressure on Immunity's economy already. There is a player lurking towards the T-spawn side of Upper Dark for Immunity that could cause problems, but are NIP just going to go for this? They're actually moving up here as if they want to try to make their way, and they've got quite a lot of grenades, and Immunity don't have any grenades left. Oh, that's a great smoke there into Dark. This could happen here. NIP dropping down out of the window, trying to spot the players. Get Right picks up the first one. Yustilo and James coming in with 2 apiece. Alu needs to clutch it, but there's no time. They get the kills, but there's no time, and Immunity win another round, but okay, so the way it's gone is they lost 5 players, lost 4 players, lost 4 players. So again, their money, they're using all the money every single time.
Yeah, NIP still has a big opening back into this game as soon as they win a round, though. They're actually gonna go for that eco. And just imagine if NIP would just gone for the exits. They might have killed every single player and saved 3 weapons. And being able to buy this round, so pretty poor decision by NIP, but it's a hard one. When you're 3v3, you still think you can make that big retake.
Nice grenade to block off Ali there. And again, a nice smoke from Ali to give himself cover for an extra long peek into Lower Dark. Immunity handled that well though. They didn't lose anybody. They got rid of him for a cost of $300, just 1 smoke. And that's the way to handle that. Very calm. And Alu didn't get much damage there. He's repositioned to short, doesn't pick up damage here. Immunity able to, so far, circumvent Alu's kind of aggressive peaks early on into the round, and they are taking map control as they need. They have short. James has even peeked quite deep into some of these angles towards the A bomb site, and smoking over towards that bomb site as well. Looking quite interesting, that pressure towards A. Looks like they want to go for the cat drop. That B split is going to happen here from Immunity, although they do actually... They're faking it, actually. They're going back up now. And it's going to be Exist pushing all the way around. He's going to figure it out. Forest takes down Ustilo. Trades coming in, but the A bomb site is clear. They've made this work, but they're a man down.
Yeah, and NIP should just be looking for getting at least 2 more kills. I mean, they're going to try to go for it, but it doesn't really matter as long as they get a lot of kills.
Immunity, they're going to clean up 10 to 11, and they're actually making this work so far.
But still 3 kills there for NIP, and if you just look at Immunity's economy, they're still in that we have to eco if we lose situation.
Yeah. But that's the thing, it's the NIP need to close one of these rounds. They've been in that situation for ages now.
Yeah, that's actually true. I mean, Immunity can play this game all day. They will
exactly.
win.
Oh, but Ali going to find an opening advantage for NIP, and he was looking so hard for it last round. Finally going to get it this time. And the smokes for CT spawn. Potentially a faster play coming in from Immunity now. But 2 players on the bomb site. NIP, they're positioning well. Forest finding the kill there from Window. It's not looking good for Immunity. Smoke's going to cover off Plateau, but Exist over the top, gets taken out. So Forest is left alone, but Get Right comes in. Great stuff there from him through the door. And 12 to 10, NIP win that round, and there it is. There's
the eco.
How many rounds did they win in a row where they were basically in the situation where they lose 1 their eco?
6 rounds.
Like 6 in a row?
Or yeah, the pistol and
like
3 weapon rounds.
It's
and
ridiculous.
My prediction 6 and 10 might not look that stupid.
Alright, so lots of players here towards Upper Dark. It would look like a standard kind of just wait for the pre-nades and then just rush into B with these Tech 9s. They do have a smoke and 2 flashes, so that smoke could cover them. The approach from Plateau, potentially, to eliminate Exist's angle. But still, I mean, this is a pretty narrow corridor to spam through, so it's always going to be dangerous, even if it's smoked off. Sniper, he could really use the smoke here as well. This is a nasty situation, pistol versus rifle. And now they know. Exist with the spray, and that's exactly what we're talking about. 4 frags for NIP, only 1 for Immunity. And the last finished off by Forest. 13 to 10, NIP looking good, but Immunity, they are going to be able to... they can vibe, but it's...
It's going to be an awkward vibe, but I think they have to go for it here. I mean, NIP, with 4 people surviving, sure, they have a small bank, but Immunity, like, they know they only have to win probably 2 rounds to force NIP to an eco, and that's their best bet to get back into this game.
Oh my goodness, Get Right.
What happened?
He burned down Sniper. I mean, Sniper got tagged as he was on the angle, and well, the flames, the pre incendiary is there. It's not super common to see the pre incendiary there, so that's like really nice to see that, because that's like a quite a big investment from the CTs, but it's a super safe. I'm gonna get into here into my position super safe, basically. I mean, we see CTs often smoking off long, but there's a lot of risk in that as well. You got to have a more... When you see that, you know that there's 2 or 3 players towards long. So he's doing that because he was alone. You're going to see the smoke there, not really towards CT itself, but Ustilo's just pushing in aggressively. What an angle he's going to find onto Alu. That's actually a massive kill from Ustilo. This kind of movement here from Immunity is kind of nuts. What is going on right now, NIP? You're wondering, as Get Right's going to find Ustilo. He's going to turn around and completely destroy Get Right. Things not looking too shabby now for Immunity. 4 against 3 in this round. Freiburg caught between 2 players. This Ustilo, guys, is behind all of the entire NIP team, and he's going to just completely crush them.
And if Immunity is going to win this map, this is thanks to this round and Utilo. I mean, they were down a man, and he takes out that car position, Alu, with an AWP at car, which is probably the hardest position on Dust 2 to pick someone off, and then manages to get 2 more frags as well, so basically winning the round all by himself.
All right, so let's see if they can keep it going now. They've got that round in the bag, and NIP's economy is going to be a little bit strained from that one. So they can just keep it going, if they can just keep the pressure up, if they can force that eco, they can definitely take a map off of NIP. That would be massive for Immunity, but also huge for the scene of Oceania and the Oz CS as well. Okay, so Immunity, now they've got that push down towards middle. They don't have cat control just yet. They're a bit slower this time than before, but we can see the smoke, the defensive smokes there for NIP, making life a little bit more difficult. And they're trying to entry their way with James. James is generally their main entry man, but we've seen him pick up the AWP quite a lot, even on the CT side, so showing a lot of versatility in his ability to find the entry frags for Immunity.
And I like this play from NIP. They're playing it super safe, and they're playing the way I talked about earlier, where you're basically forcing the terrorists to do a set execution. And we're going to see a short execution here now.
This is a team, is Immunity, that have a lot of executions in the bag to play from. And here we go, the executes coming into play. Alu with one defensive frag. Get right, gets one himself before being traded on. And oh dear, Alu able to pull out the quick hip shot there onto his Stillo. And 3-on-2 is now the
he has to push up middle. I think he's playing way too passive here.
Sniper coming in from the back, takes down Forest. Ali's still in a good position there, and Exist cleans up the bomb site. He can just basically hit the defuse. They know a sniper is. Ali's going to be peeking. He just has to delay him for the sure thing. And there it is. The jump shot's required. Oh no, can he get it? Oh no! Oh my goodness. And Sniper, he should have known it was a short plant. Yeah. And had he known that, he would have gotten the frag, guaranteed. And that would have been the round for Immunity. But that small mistake in communication, in the chaos.
In the most important round in the entire map as well. And this just small mistakes by Immunity. They also threw the smokes, and you saw one guy just running out the smoke before it popped, and all got the first pick as well. Just these small things that would make them able to win that round, and probably the map there as well.
At least he's gonna help his team get back into the next round, but that might, I mean, as you said, that might be maybe even one of the most important rounds of the entire tournament potentially for them, because they're up against NIP here. Taking a map against NIP would be huge for them, and that could have been one of the big moments, but they can still put NIP into a very rough situation. NIP have spent all their money in this round, and 2 men down. NIP are suffering massively in this one. Now, Immunity, can they keep the advantage going? Get right. He knows he's got to take a risk. He knows he needs to even the situation. Going to find the back of Rika. The spray is not enough. Rika goes down to 24. They know what Get Right is. Get Right's got Alu joining him here. They're covering each other. All 3 together. NIP are moving in to try to catch Immunity off guard. Get some good trades going. But in goes Sniper. Spray down from the back. And it's not looking good here for the Swedes all of a sudden as the P250 comes out, and that's going to be the end of NIP in that round. And it actually might work out even better now because they got no money. Yeah. Immunity can just win, can actually win from this position.
And I can't believe NIP went for that after plant. Why would they do that? They were 3 people in middle. They took that guy in mid, and they could just easily just fall back, go for the exit frags from B, decided to just run out straight mid to a 3v4 after plant. And that decision might actually cost them the game. Or the map, at least.
Definitely. We know the third map is not going to favor them all that much, but at the moment it's not looking too shabby here for Immunity to just run over them. Although there is a trade, and these flashes are going to make problems here for Istillo. He's going to go down, and that's 2 men down, 1 man up. Here is NIP as Immunity are looking into to lock themselves into this A play, but the bomb is really far away at the moment. It's actually in T spawn as we have Immunity take the bomb site, and in is Freiburg. Exist has a rifle as well. Okay, looking for the jump shots. Gonna find himself Rikke, sprays him down, 2-on-2. Oh, he's gonna spot one, and also his teammate as well, almost taking Exist's life away from him. There's Imagine over the top though, and this should be pretty simple now. They've got the bomb across, 2-on-1. Exist has no armor. There shouldn't be any way that Exist can pull this one off as he creeps up. He's been doing some crazy stuff lately, but this is a tall order indeed. Now he's got some time to work with. No kit though, and that's a key factor. Takes the first frag. Imagine goes down, but Sniper gets the trade. Well done by Immunity. They lose everyone but 1 man, but that's not the problem here. It's NIP.
Again.
Oh my god, we're going to see potentially 14-14 here. Immunity and NIP, they are playing down to the wire at the moment. And
yeah, they're going to go for the eco. And this is the right decision by NIP. And They have to make these awkward decisions now because of their poor economic decisions earlier in the game. Them being way too confident in their abilities to retake the B-bomb site.
Gonna have to see if NIP can actually pull a bit of an upset here, because it always can potentially happen with the pistols. They almost made it happen in the previous round. Immunity losing everyone but one man in that one. So Immunity taking it really, really slow now. And this is a test of their composure as well, because they know they're in a position where they can take the map. They know that that's the reality. They just have to hold their nerve here. That's something that NIP have done thousands of times over. NIP potentially the most, in fact, the most experienced group of players in the tournament, arguably.
And they do have a stack here towards A, and they have the pop flash, as our observer pointed out. So Sniper does take out Freiburg. Goes down. They actually have the bomb all alone towards long now. Would like to see the bomb rotate back towards A.
So they're trying to make his way in. That smoke is going to cut off the vision for the NIP players on the bomb site. But means you know that B is completely clear. They're going to rotate back, play the safe thing. And now this is just going to be chaos. NIP can just go for it and see what they can get done, but it's just completely chaotic here from NIP. You're going to have some pop flashes just in case to make sure that the site is indeed extra safe if there was to be a player lurking there, but there's nobody. In comes Get Right from the top though with the AK. Forrest has himself an AK as well, and they're always going to be dangerous with those rifles in hand. So
they should just feel if they can get an early pick. If they can't, they should just fall back. It's actually...
Get Right's going to find the first man. There's the second man from Get Right over at the back of Plateau, spraying down for the third one. Ricky's been spotted now. He's got the AWP in hand. Misses the shot. Oh, they can't kill him. He's still alive. Ricky is holding it down. Did he delay enough, though? There's no kit. Forrest has to try to make it out of there with the AWP. And again, how many times has this happened now? This is ridiculous. Immunity now go 14 against NIP's 14. They might just be able to take this map. Dust 2 against the Swedes.
That was the most awkward situation ever when it was just standing there in the middle of the site.
It is absurd. It's completely unexpected. I mean, in our predictions, none of us ever thought it would come anything close to this. Even your very generous prediction, we all thought a 16-10 is not going to happen. Immunity now, they've got that the economic edge, but NIP, of course, they've got the full buy-in. There's no messing around now. They've got the AWP on Alu. They're playing a very safe setup. The timing is has now rotated Get Right into more of a middle kind of peak from CT, and
worth noting is the team that loses this round has no money. So this might be the round. Like the team that wins this round is probably gonna win the game.
Or the map at the very least.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Freiburg, he's going to be up against it right now. Alu. The thing for Alu right now is that no one's going to be coming short. If Freiburg goes down here, they can cover for each other really effectively. And that's going to be the big problem for Immunity. Not having any presence on short, this is kind of a crazy play just to take long away. And they haven't got a lot of time left in the round. Freiburg peeks up. They're getting sprayed down. 2 players taken by Freiburg. Alu now going into the site. They're very paranoid about short, but there's nobody there. Alu in a great position now to deal with the players coming up long. But again, they don't know that there's no one up on short, and you can see how paranoid they are. They're thinking there has to be someone up short, but there isn't. They spot 2 players towards long. Alu, great flick shots there. The double for him. Just 1 man less, Sniper. And again, this round could mean it all here for Immunity. Alu with the peak, gets the kill. Sniper hits the ground. 15-14, and no money left for Immunity. And NIP may have just saved themselves a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Freiburg and Alu just pulling out great individual plays there to save NIP. And yeah, if you look at Immunity's weaponry this round, it's Galil's, Tech 9s, 1 Deagle and James. This is going to be really, really tough. And this looks like they're going to go for the YOLO B.
YOLO B. Rush B, no stop. Imagine first man gets sprayed down by Exist. They know what's going on. Forrest and Exist are locking down the choke point. And it is very over right now. Just Sniper left with the Tech 9 and some armor. And NIP, it was a close call. It was a very close call, but there is very little chance with the bomb in B surrounded by Swedes that he's going to be able to pick it up and make this happen. There you go. Freiburg finishes them off 16-14, and it's going to be the first best of 3-1 here for the Faceit Stage 1 LAN Finals, won by NIP against Immunity. So well done to NIP, but that was definitely a bit of a close call.
Yeah, it was really, really close, and I don't think NIP should have made it that close. It was just, I mean, just poor decision making, like economy-wise, when to go for that retake. Like there was no point in going for that retake when they had 3 people versus 4. Like just imagine if they would have saved the weapons. They could have just had a like M4 buy the next round, and they could just stack a site and just keep saving those guns all the time. Just